game's getting lined up. I'll of course turn it so you don't have to watch me. You can actually watch the game. And I'm going to look here. Who's sprinting? I see Holly is not sprinting. Holly is doing the wing, and KK is sprinting. So we have KK with Holly Hogan trailing for the sprint. We're in the white caps. We are white caps, and we're playing Hawaii. Here we go. KK looks like she easily has this game. Yeah, that was easy. She passes it on to Holly, who passes it to Louise. Louise sets it to Carmen. Taylor's in set. Taylor's covered. She's trying to get position. Looks like Taylor's clearing out. Pass it back to Louise. Louise passes it over to KK, who's looking for someone. She has Holly Hovey, who's looking. She's trying to draw a foul. She's not getting the call. Good deal. She finally draws the ordinary, and it's a dump. Begin the day with a dump. Now, some days that's good, but not in water polo. So we do not convert on winning the first quarter sprint, and so we're now on defense. Here we go. Carmen's got it, and looks like Taylor's going to steal the ball. Good job. Taylor had great defense in set, got the position and stole the ball, and now we're on counter. On transition, it looks like we have position. This should be a goal. Louise, nope. Louise shot it. It hit the bar. She got her on rebound, and then she got fouled, and so it's a 5-meter. And Sophia will be taking the 5-meter here. Again, it's 0-0. We just started. We're playing Hawaii. This game counts for the rankings. And Sophia shoots and just rockets it in on the left-hand side. The ref blew another whistle. I don't know what that other whistle was. And she made this wavy hand, but I think she was just getting a little finesse. So we're up 1-0. Again, we're white. Did she count that goal, Thad?
I don't know.
I'm not seeing the goal.
I wouldn't think they would take it at the half if they didn't count it. But.
Yeah. So I think the scoreboard is a little behind. If we scored, it's showing 0-0. I think it's 1-0. Usually it's run by like high school water polo bras.
She faked it.
And maybe she faked it. You know what? I don't think they gave her that goal. I think it's 0-0. I think when you shoot a 5-meter, you have to be one single motion to shoot it. And I think she did this like little wavy thing. And the ref called her out on it and said no goal. So that is an interesting plot twist. We've started the day with a dump and a called off goal. And here's an offensive foul. And we're now back. It's countering. Slow start to this game on our team. I'm thinking we might have regretting eating pizza last night. That was probably not a good idea. My idea was to get sushi. Some of the people wanted to go to a brewery, and this is the consequence of it. So maybe we can get that out of our system. Okay, they have an ordinary foul. Haven't had any kickouts yet. Scored 0-0. Hawaii's passing it around. Strong press. Carmen is pressing her strong. Here goes KK out, and Holly puts the ball under. They didn't give it. And it's a shot clock violation. I thought it was a ball under. They didn't give it to her, but it didn't matter because there's a shot clock violation. And now we're back on offense. It doesn't look like we have anything on counter. Hawaii's covering us. You're going to hear a lot of whistles here because there's a game going off to our right. And so there's a lot of whistles from the other game, and it confuses the girls. Pass to Holly with a little delicate throw in, and we get our first kick out of the day. Taylor draws it. She passes it off, and she just matches it in. And count that one with no doubt. That was KK? What? Oh, my God. Kiki. I am so embarrassed. I've been calling her KK because there's a daughter from Santa Cruz on my daughter's UCSP team called KK, but she is Kiki. So shout out to KK on UC Santa Barbara that went to SoCal, and Kiki scored that goal. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Newsflash, folks. It is now 2-0. They did count Sophia's goal. So I was right. You have some water polo high school bras that are a little bit behind in running the clock. It's 4:20 on the clock, so do the math. That's probably why it makes sense. Okay, we're up 2-0. Hawaii's passing the ball around. You heard a whistle, but that was not a whistle on our game. Emmy doing some good defense. Hawaii has to pop it back in. There goes. And we got her covered in block. And there's a fight for the ball. There's a fight for the ball, and they give us possession. Emmy just fought, and the ref said, yep, that's yours. So we're now back on offense. Pass it down to Hannah, who flips it over perfectly to Montana. That was Hannah Montana with the kick out. It's our second kick out. Looks like we're going to take our time this time. Hannah's got the ball. She passes it to Kiki, who passes it over to Holly to a pass to the far post. Fakes a shot. She's going up to Hannah, who shoots it in. Hannah Banana for the goal on the right post. And credit to the team, so many dry passes. That was kind of a clinic on 6-on-5. Love to see the dry passes, the patience, the mystery novel of who's going to shoot, and you just go right to Hannah, who's on top, and sinks it in, and the score is 3-0. So we have a really big lead now to start the game. There's 3:30 left in the first quarter. Our girls are now, I think, waking up. I'm thinking maybe they got some yerba mates or something over there and started pounding them, because I'm seeing a lot more urgency, although they turn them and there's a 5-meter. Kiki just kind of got locked up with their set player right there. Her arm got tangled, and they're going to call that a 5-meter every time. So this is the first real test. Oh, sorry, Aurora's in. That's Aurora, right, in goalie? That's Aurora.
Yeah, you're testing my eyes. I think you're right.
I can't. It's Aurora. So newsflash. I thought it was Shelby. My bad. This is a test for Aurora, and she just kind of sneaks it by off to the right. Aurora went up, and the girl did skip shot at it, and you just gotta, you gotta gamble. Sometimes you go up and they do the skip shot and you don't do it. That's the odds when you're a goalie. It's a real disadvantage when they have it. Okay, we pass it in. We got position on set. This is Zoe. Zoe passes it in. There was a ball under. Hawaii had good defense there. Zoe popped it over, and Hawaii just got a ball under. And there's a ball under right there. Look at that. That is Montana gets a ball under back, so it's double ball under. She passes it over to Hannah, so Hannah, looking back to Montana. Pass it with the side shot, and that goes in. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Liz. That is Liz, and you should see the smile on Adrian's face. She is beaming ear to ear. She is so happy right now with that backwards. She's saying it was a lucky shot. It was not a lucky shot. It was a great shot. It's always fun when you see the kids score and you look down to the parents and they just got this smile on their face. There's just nothing better than that. So we are up 4-1 with 2:30 left in the first quarter. Doing strong press. Holly Hobie's pressing. Gives her space. Passing it around. Looking if she's going to do the shot. Holly is giving her space. Now she's going to go cover her. Giving her space. They pass it in the set. And they collapse on her. There are 4 girls on her. That is really hard when you have 4 players on one. Unless you foul, if it's all clean like it was. Here's a pass to Holly, and it's a kick out. She went over Holly, so we got a kick out. Holly pops it back in. Sorry, that was not on Holly. That was off ball foul. She's trying to turn it, and the goalie comes out and sweeps it away. That was pretty aggressive right there. I always like to maybe set up, pass it around, rather than go for a quick one like that unless you're popping it around quickly. So it's 4-1. We do not execute on that 6-on-5. Here we go. They're setting up. She's trying to lock and load. She doesn't get a lot of power on it, and Aurora just kind of gently scoops it up like a walk in the park. Like she was just picking up a little ball tossed to her. So really good play. Oh, after this is just, that was just great work on her transition. That was Amelia that just kind of beat the team down on transition. When the other team took a shot, she just sprinted down. It was in front of the net by herself, and our team just saw her, and just a wide open net, and it's now 5-1 with 1:13 left. All right, our girls are pressing hard. They're not getting called on any ordinary fouls. Holly Hovey is giving her space now. Ordinary foul. She's got to pop it in. A lot of wet passes. There's Kiki, and now Tater Tot. Tater Tot's hands up. I'm not doing anything. Hands up. There's nothing to see here. Hands up. Passes it back to Kiki. He's pressing on the shoulder. but she won't let her get turned. You got a shot clock, and she just hands the ball. She doesn't even dump it. A little lesson, you gotta dump the ball in the corner. You can't just hand it back to the person. They were probably too nice. Here's Holly Hovey with the ball. Holly Hovey coming up. What is she doing? She just dumps it in, a little sneaky, back to Holly. And Holly picks it up, pops it out to Montana, I think. And Holly is gonna fire it left. Hot rocket to the far post in the net. As they say, she dents the twine. It's 6-1. This is a pretty commanding lead. Our girls have completely woken up. I don't know what coffee they're serving over there. They were basically asleep at the beginning, but now they're just wide awake and firing on all cylinders, and you love to see it. And there's a turnover. The girl doesn't see it from the Hawaii. Okay, 16 seconds left. Shot clock doesn't matter. Maybe we get one more goal here. Pass it down to Holly. And there's Louise, who's in position. We're just fast on transition. It's really hard when you have a fast team like ours on transition. They're going to have an advantage. Louise was just right there. Noam was in front of her and pop it over. So it looks like Hawaii's going to maybe do a 7-on-6. Hawaii goalie's popping it in. 7-on-6. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, and she's going to fire it away, and that's not going to make it. It's not going to be far enough. But I'll give you a fun fact that I learned. In water polo, if you shoot the ball and the shot clock goes off while the ball is in air and the ball lands in the water in front of the goal and then makes its way into the goal after that, that's a goal. Unlike basketball. In basketball, if you were to like throw it up in the air, the shot clock goes off in the air and it hits the ground, play's over. I learned that in a game where our goalie shot it on a really windy day, and she shot it and it bounced in front of the goal, and it was so windy at Campo Lindo, and the wind just pushed it in, and everyone's like, that's a goal. That's a goal. So it was a heartbreaker for the other team. Anyway, I'm kind of yapping about that arcane rule, but if you find out about it or that ever happens to you, think of me. So pretty incredible beginning. The score is 7-1. I'm going to be discreet about this. This isn't a surprise. This is what we would expect. We're the top rank in the bracket. We're playing a lower ranked seed in the bracket. Believe me, I've been on the other side of that a lot, and it's not fun. And the good thing about tournaments, if you are lower seeded, eventually you'll find your way into a game that the teams are more or less equal on Sunday. So Sunday games tend to be fun. And if the Sunday game isn't fun, it means maybe your team needs a little work. Maybe you need to be in a different division or something. But Mark just texted me, I don't know if he's watching, Mark, and said that we should have pizza and beer for dinner tonight as well. Well, I don't agree with that. If you saw, our first play began with a dump. I don't know if some of our daughters' days began with the dump, but it's just not a good nutrition. So we're not going to be listening to you, Mark. Okay, we're lining up. We're ready to go. It is 7-1 in the second quarter. The refs aren't even there yet. The one ref is walking over. You're going to see him in the very far left. Yeah, I think the ref was in the... I don't know, he had to maybe go get some water or something. But here he walks, you can see him way over. So we gotta wait for him, of course, because he's the one that puts the ball in the middle on that white line in the middle of your screen. For those of you watching water polo for the first time, you begin each quarter by sprinting freestyle to the middle of the pool where the ref drops the ball in the middle. He's supposed to, or she's supposed to. You don't always see that. There's always a room for human error. In Europe, they have this contraption where they like put this ball in the middle through some wire system that then drops down into the middle of the pool, so it's perfect. So here he is, he drops it in, and it was an okay pass, and we win. And that was, again, Montana won the sprint, but she didn't see the ball. And there's Hannah fighting for it, so real exciting. So we're on defense to begin this quarter, second quarter. There's Holly Hovey pressing. And there's Hannah pressing on the weak side. Hannah's all over her. No whistle. Good defense. The girl's backing in. She finds someone in the middle. Out on the perimeter. There's no one in set. She's going to shoot, and that's high. And a field blocker tipped it, so it's a change of possession. It's so nice when a field blocker tips it because you get the ball, and you get to bring the ball down. Now, if a goalie tips it, of course, it's not a change of possession. Here we go. This as a that was a great try by Isabella. That was tipped by the goalie out of bounds. I thought that was a 5-meter. No offense to the ref, but it's not my business. So Isabella got blocked. The goalie blocked the ball. It went out of bounds. So we have a fresh 30 shot clock. Passes it in the set to Zoe. Zoe draws a 5-meter. What a shocker. I'm being sarcastic. It's not a shocker. It's what you would expect. Zoe is so strong that if you get her the ball and you're one-on-one with her, sorry, it's not going to be a good result for you. And now they're doing the southpaw. Montana's going to shoot. She's a lefty. She had pizza last night, and she shoots it in. She had a cheese pizza. Hannah had buffalo wings, so she had some protein. And she didn't share them at all. I asked her for one, but it was after she double dipped in the sauce, which was kind of gross, so I said, no, thank you. Not interested in sharing this with you. So we had some cheese pizza for Montana, who just scored that, so clearly she's getting over her dinner. All right, we're back on defense. It's 8-1, a really good lead. They're asking for the ball. She's probably going to shoot. And that was a nice shot, field block out, so we get a fresh 30. That girl is a strong shooter, you can tell. We just had all the angles blocked, and Aurora just locked it down. All right, back now to Emmy. Emmy's looking for Zoe. Zoe is pretty well guarded. Holly Hovey gets it, does a little spin, draws the ordinary foul. Passes it back out to Hannah, who's looking for Zoe, clearly. I'm sorry, Montana as well. Back to Holly. Holly's doing a little English. She kind of does this shot high. I don't think she wanted to, she was trying to draw the goalie to tip it to draw a fresh 30. You'll see folks do that when the shot's running out. They'll take like a fake shot high or a real shot high rather than dumping it. And see, that was a whistle on the other game. And that was an ordinary foul in set. Pops it back out. She's a shooter. She should probably shoot. And she gets blocked by the field, and Aurora scoops it up. And we got lucky there. That ball was spinning in the direction of the goal, but Aurora, with her head on a swivel, just looks down and says, nope, not on my watch. I'm not letting that one go in. I'm not letting you score goals that can be counted on 2 hands. We're going to keep you to 1 hand in this game. Pass stolen. Pass to Holly was stolen, and credit to the girls. This is a fast break, and our girls just get back and cover. We did a great job of covering that. They have someone open, and she scores. She pushes it in. They were up with that steal. Hawaii did a great job to know where their teammates were. Kind of a blind pass to the middle because she knew her teammate would be open, and they had basically 4-on-3. Our girls were going down hard. And we now have an everybody out, everyone in situation because I think our girls were going back, and you're seeing the coach talk to our girls. Our coach is the assistant coach at San Jose State. He's from Hungary. That's a fun fact. I think he coached at Parker High School. Oh, we have a kick out. Sorry, I'll give you, maybe at halftime I'll give you some bios. I won't take up the game time coverage. I'm trying to do a little filler. It's kind of a big lead here. Okay, here we go. To Isabella, passes it over to Louise. Louise was in position in the middle. The other team weren't giving her respect, basically, and she said, well, if you're not going to cover me, I'm going to rock it in and score a goal. So it's 9-2. Remind me to give you the bio of our coach, and I'm hoping to get an interview with him eventually, because he's just doing an incredible job teaching these girls. You know, at this level, it just must be so much fun for him to teach those girls. That was not a timeout by us. That was a horn on the other team. And the girls fire away. It goes off the high post, and we recover, but the Hawaii girl got the ball under, and it's back in. There's a lot of action going on, a lot of whitewater. This is like a river rafting trip right now with rapids. Hawaii's passing it back out. They have 20 seconds on the shot clock. She shoots high, and Aurora says, I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to pull my hand down because I can tell with my eyes it's going high. It's really hard not to tip those, to train your mind to let it go. Oh, we got a real fight going on, trying to turn her. That's Sophia, passes it in to Tater Tot. Tater Tot was getting absolutely leveled by two people. The only thing that was above water was Tater Tot's elbow. Everything else was underwater, and she like pushes it in. That was just strength and determination, and it was just an incredible goal. And I know Tater Tot will be watching that later on, and let's do a... So credit to Tater Tot. I think that's her first goal of the day. All right, it's 10-2 with 3 minutes left, and the ball is stolen by KK. The ball is just taken, and she's going to pass it back, and we're now doing fast break, and we're going to have a big time advantage. It looks like Liz is up. Liz wants the ball. Louise wants the ball. Tater Tot's in the mix here. Tater Tot's got the ball. She passes it out to the wing. That's Holly Hobie. Holly Hobie's looking back to Tater Tot. Back to Holly. He's looking around. It's just a game of catch, and then, oh my God. That was an unnatural bending of her arm. I'm not even quite sure what that was. She must be triple jointed. Taylor shoots, and it was blocked by the goalie. You have to be careful as a goalie if you're holding the ball that long, because if you're a goalie and the defender puts the ball under, that's a 5-meter shot. And goalies are vulnerable when you got these attackers, because attackers are strong. And there's a ball, air ball. Floated up and tipped. They're guarded. Liz is guarding. Liz is elbow, hand. She goes, it's an ordinary foul. She can shoot from there. She does a little lob. And again, credit to Aurora to not touch that. A lot of action going back and forth. Okay, we got 1:53 left. We're bringing it in. That's Sophia. Bringing it to Liz, who just pounds it in. Just ground and pound. That was like a UFC fight right there. And had, I think, 3 girls on her, and does this little pirouette ballet spin move underwater, and sees the net to the right, and that's a textbook goal. We are now in double digits. It's 11-2, and we're doing an everyone out, everyone in situation. So we have Hannah, Montana, Zoe, Isabel, Emmy, and Holly Hobie. And we have a kick out on Isabel. They're going to play through it. They're not going to call a timeout. They're setting up, passing to the top, passing it around. And she shoots. That was a skip shot. That was like if you're ever by a lake and you get like a perfect rock and skip it, and it does like 10 skips, that's what that shot was. It took like 4 or 5 skips on the ground. She should go to like a lake on a calm day with no wind. I bet she'd be awesome at skipping flat rocks. So it's 11-3. It's 1:19 left in the second period, and something's going on. Oh, the shot clock over there, they're resetting it. And we have a defective shot clock over there. It says RD1CO2. So the shot clock is now measuring carbon dioxide in this place. So probably should just turn it around. It's not functioning. Okay, we got a pass in, I think, to Liz, who got deflected. That's a turnover. It's another turnover, and they have position. Their number 3 was open. She could have hit her, but she decides not to. And we're coming back and getting them covered on the transition. So that was good defense on that turnover. Holly Hobie's guarding the middle. They're passing it around on top. There's no kick out. This is just border. And that was luck on our part, because if that pass had been on, I'm not sure how that wasn't a kick out. Montana went under her, but they didn't call it, and that's high. And it was going to be a shot clock violation. Anyways, 36 seconds left. There's a 7-second difference between the shot and the game clock. It's 11-3. Aurora passes it up to Liz, who passes it to Zoe, who turns it and says, thank you, I have 4 girls on me, but that's not a problem, and I'm gonna skip it in. That is not an issue. If there's 4 girls on my back, get on my back, let's go for a ride, and I'm gonna take you on the goal train. And that's what she did, and it's 12-3. Zoe is exceptionally strong, and so because of that, you have to guard her, and because you have to guard her, you're leaving open a lot of players that have just absolute missile shots. So when you're playing a team like this, you got to say, what do I do? Pick your poison, you know? And they pass it in, and there's kind of a mistaken pass to us. There's 2 seconds left, and we're just going to let the clock run down. Okay. All right. Not as much excitement as yesterday's game. Like I said, it's to be expected. I think our girls are really playing well. They're gonna, if they win this game, which would, as I would expect, we're gonna have a tough game. The next game is against the San Diego Red team, and San Diego comes to play. I mean, it's a massive geographic area, and so it just draws so many talented girls. They have incredible clubs and college programs down there. And I was watching them play. They're good. Now, I'm not nervous. We can do it, but it's going to be a real test. So the game is going to be at... Dad, when's the next game going to be if we win this? Noon? Okay. The next game's going to be at 1 o'clock Utah time. Do the math. That's noon California time. And it's all about what we eat between now and then. It's a lot of time between now and 1 o'clock. We could hit Whole Foods, and I always tell my daughter, get just like a nice roll of sushi, get some Justin's chocolate, and maybe a salad. And then what does she do? She hits like the chicken tikka masala in the Whole Foods buffet, which is already kind of dicey anyway. But she loads up on the protein. So a lot of what happens between now and then, I think, is the parenting about how you manage what your kids eat, because they're just going to want to go. And I don't know what we're going to do. We might want to go back to the hotel. It's not like a hangout hotel. There's no like area really. There's like a little teeny station to buy chips and water, and then it's like a dentist office waiting room is how I describe this hotel. So you're really forced to go across the street and maybe hit the Starbucks at Target, which is kind of gross. Anyway, 1 minute left in halftime. Our coach, as I was saying, is from Hungary. He played water polo at San Jose State. I think they did really well there. He got a degree in kinesiology, which is the study of kineses. I don't know what kinesiology is. Thad, what is kinesiology?
Study of human anatomy.
It's the study of human anatomy. That's what our coach knows. He knows a lot about that. And he then went and coached some club teams in the South Bay, I think San Jose Express. And then he coached Parker, which I think is a private school. And now he's an assistant coach at San Jose State. So clearly an accomplished coach that is on the rise, and we're really lucky that we have someone of his caliber coaching the team. I think he's really calm, cool, collected, and you see him talking to the girls a lot.